Hey everybody, today we're going to continue the substitution activity. We started this last week and ran out of time, so we're going to do the back side. We did the first 6, and now we're going to do the back 6, okay? All right, so these require a little more legwork than the previous ones. The previous ones were already solved for a variable, so in these we have to solve for a variable first. Now we're going to find our target variable, which in this case will be y because it has a coefficient of 1, which makes it easier to use as a target variable. It's just less work involved. So we're going to solve for y. So we're going to get y equals negative 2x plus 6. We are now going to send this expression in for y here. Okay. So we're going to rewrite this equation, negative 3x minus 3y equals negative 21. And now we're going to replace this y with this expression. So negative 3x minus 3 parentheses, negative 2x minus 6 equals negative 21. And now we're just going to solve. Actually, 1 second. I'm going to grab something. Okay, sorry about that. Now we're good. All right, so we're going to distribute this negative 3 to the two terms inside the parentheses. So we're going to have negative 3x plus 6x plus 18 equals negative 21. We're going to combine our like terms. So negative 3x plus 6x is going to give us 3x plus 18 equals negative 21. We are going to subtract 18 from both sides, and that will give us 3x equals negative 39. I'm going to rewrite this over here. So 3x, it's over here, equals negative 39. We're going to divide both sides by our coefficient, which is 3. And x will be equal to negative 13. Okay. We're now going to plug this back in over here to solve for y. So we're going to say, all right, y equals negative 2x plus 6. We're going to say y equals negative 2 parentheses negative 13. That's our x value. Plus 6. And we're going to follow order of operations now. So we're going to multiply first. So negative 2 times negative 13 would be positive 26. And positive 26 plus 6 would be 32. So it'd be negative 13, comma 32 is our ordered pair. All right, let's try number 8. So same thing, we're going to get, in this case we're going to get x by itself, so it's not technically the same thing. We're going to add 8y to both sides. So we're going to get x equals 8y plus 24. We're now going to plug this in for our x value up here. So 2x minus 16y equals 48. Let's replace that x with 8y plus 24. So 2 parentheses, 8y plus 24, close parentheses, minus 16y equals 48. Let's distribute this 2. So 2 times 8y would be 16y, 2 times 24 would be 48. And then bring down the negative 16y equals 48. We're going to combine like terms. So we'll combine the 16y and the negative 16y. These cancel out. So we have 48 equals 48. So this is a true statement. So this is a special case scenario. So if you're left with a true statement, in other words, the variables cancel out, you have a true statement, that means these are actually the same line. So it's all real numbers, because these lines are actually on top of each other. It's the same line. And you can tell when you look at these, because look, this equation here, if you were to distribute a 2 across the board, you get the same thing. Like if you multiply this all by 2, you're going to end up with 2x minus 16y equals 48, because these are actually the same line. So that's what we call a special case. If it was a false statement, it'd be no answer or no solution, because the lines would be parallel. There's the bell. All right, so we're going to isolate this x here, so we're going to rewrite this on the side. So rewrite it. So x minus 8y equals negative 9. And we're going to get x by itself. So we're going to add 8y to both sides. It's 8y. So we have x equals 8y minus 9. So this will take the place of the x here. So we're going to rewrite this equation. So negative 4x plus 2y equals negative 24. Now we're going to replace this x with this expression. So negative 4 parentheses 8y minus 9, close parentheses, plus 2y equals negative 24. We're going to distribute this negative 4. Okay. So negative 4 times 8y would be negative 32y. Negative 4 times negative 9 is positive 36. Plus 2y equals negative 24. Now we're going to combine our like terms. So we have negative 32y plus 2y. That would give us 30y, negative 30y. Plus 36 equals negative 24. So we're getting rid of our constant next. We're going to subtract 36 from both sides. And that's going to equal negative 30y equals negative 60. Let's rewrite this over here so we have more room. Negative 30y equals negative 60. And we'll divide by our coefficient, which is negative 30. So y is going to equal positive 2. Okay. We're now going to plug this in over here. So I'm going to rewrite this. So x equals 8y minus 9. X equals 8 parentheses 2. Because we're going to replace the y with 2. Now we're going to follow order of operations. So 2 times 8 is 16 minus 9, and y is, sorry, x. X is going to equal 7? Yeah, 7. So 7 comma 2. Okay. Let's look at number 10. So our target variable is going to be y because it has a coefficient of 1. I'm going to rewrite this equation. So 8x plus y equals negative 18. We're going to subtract 8x from both sides. So we're going to have y equals negative 8x minus 18. Now we're going to plug this in for y, so we're going to plug that in here. So we're going to rewrite this equation. Negative x plus 6y equals negative 10. Negative x plus 6 parentheses. Now we plug this in. Negative 8x minus 18 equals negative 10. We're going to distribute that 6. Negative x. All right, so now we have to distribute this. So 6 times negative 8 is negative 48x. 6 times negative 18, it's 108. Say it's going to be negative. 6 times 8 is 48. Carry the 4. I think it's 108. Let's just double check here. 6 times 18. Yep, 108. Okay. It's always good to check if you're not sure. It's fun to try to do it without the calculator. Like I think it's kind of fun just to see if you can do it. But then it's always good just to double check to make sure that you didn't mess up. So let's combine our like terms. So these are going to combine together. We're going to be left with negative 49x, because this is a negative 1x, even though it's kind of invisible. Minus 108 equals negative 10. Let's rewrite that up here. Negative 49x minus 108 equals negative 10. Let's add 108 to both sides. So we have negative 49x equals, I want to say that's 98. Let's double check. Negative 10 plus 108. Yep, 98. We're going to divide by our coefficient, which is negative 49. And that should equal negative 2. X equals negative 2. So now we're going to go ahead and plug that in here. So y equals, I'm going to just write it with the negative 2 because we're going to run out of space otherwise. 18. Okay, so we're going to follow our order of operations. So this would be positive 16, and 16 take away 18 would be negative 2. So it's negative 2, negative 2. Okay. All right, sweet. We have 2 more to go. All right, number 11. So x is going to be our target variable. So we're going to add 5y to both sides. I'm going to write that over here so we have more space. So x will equal 5y plus 9. So we're going to plug this in for x over here. So I'm going to rewrite that equation. So negative 7x minus 4y equals 15. Now negative 7, but instead of x, we'll put parentheses. 5y plus 9. And close parentheses and minus 4y equals 15. Now we're going to distribute. There you go. So negative 7 times 5y is negative 35y. And negative 7 times 9 is going to be negative 63. Minus 4y equals 15. So we have two combined like terms. So negative 35y minus 4y is negative 39y. Minus 63 equals 15. Let's get rid of our constants. So we're going to add 63 to both sides. So that's going to give us, what, 78? Yeah. Negative 39y equals 78. I'm going to rewrite that over here so we have more space. So negative 39y equals 78. We're going to divide both sides by our coefficient, which in this case is negative 39. And y will be equal to negative 2. Okay. All right, let's plug that back in here to find our x value. So x is equal to 5y plus 9. X is equal to 5. And instead of y, we're going to plug in our negative 2. Plus 9. We're going to follow our order of operations. We're going to multiply first. So 5 times negative 2 is going to be negative 10. And negative 10 plus 9 would equal negative 1. So it's negative 1, negative 2. Okay. We're almost done. Let's do one more. Then we're done with substitution. Okay, so our target variable is x. So we're going to rewrite that here. So x plus 6y equals negative 7. Let's subtract 6y from both sides. We're going to get x equals negative 6y equals, sorry, minus 7 rather. So now we're going to plug this expression in for x value here. So 3x minus 4y equals 1. Let's plug this in for that x value. So 3 parentheses, negative 6y minus 7. Close parentheses, there's the bell, minus 4y equals 1. We're going to distribute this 3. All right, so we have negative 18y and minus 21 minus 4y equals 1. We're going to combine like terms, so we have negative 18y and negative 4y, so it's going to be negative 22y minus 21 equals 1. So we're going to add 21 to both sides. Let's rewrite that up here. So negative 22y equals 22. We're going to divide by our coefficient, which is negative 22. And y will be equal to negative 1. So now we just plug that back in here and we're good to go. So let's find our x value. So x is equal to negative 6y minus 7. X will equal negative 6 parentheses, we're going to plug in negative 1 because that's our y value, plus 1, sorry, minus 7 rather. So let's do our order of operations. So x equals negative 6 times negative 1 is positive 6 minus 7. X equals negative 1. Okay, so negative 1 comma negative 1. All right, so let's zoom out so you can see all that. So as you can see, substitution can require quite a bit of computation, and it can throw people off just because of the sheer amount or sheer volume of computation it requires. But as long as you take your time and you pay attention to detail, you'll be fine. So let me know if you have any questions on this, guys. Thanks.